Hello and welcome to the 23-24 Moses Lake Migrant Safe Schools training for all of us to learn together in order to create a cultural awareness for the unique needs of our migratory students. Washington State currently has the second highest migrant population in the United States after California, and Moses Lake currently has 460 students enrolled in the migrant education program. So if you ever wondered what that little M in Skyward means, we now have the opportunity to learn all about it together. At the end of the Safe Schools training, there will be a short knowledge check, and you will be asked to confer with a colleague about how your learning will impact your interactions with migrant students in your job assignment. The following is the state and Moses Lake data for the 21-22 school year. Last year, we identified our dropout rate as our area of focus, and throughout the 22-23 school year, the Migrant program has been working with secondary counselors and the Open Doors digital program to identify our out-of-school youth and facilitate their return to secondary education. As we roll through these slides, please think about what comes to mind when you think of migratory students and the barriers that those students may encounter. At the conclusion of this training, you should know how the migratory lifestyle can affect the education of migratory students and how students qualify for migratory education program services. The Migrant Education Program is authorized under Part C of Title I of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act of 1965 as amended. Federal funds are allocated to OSPI based on per pupil expenditure for education and counts of eligible migratory children ages 3 through 21 residing within the state. OSPI authorizes the subgrants to local education agencies, school districts, institutions of higher education, and other public and nonprofit agencies. The Moses Lake School District is the recipient of this grant annually. The purpose of Migrant Education Program is to meet the unique educational needs of migratory children and their families to ensure that migratory children reach challenging academic standards and graduate high school. Specifically, the goal of the state MEP is to design programs to help migratory children overcome educational disruption, cultural and language barriers, social isolation, health-related problems, and other factors inhibiting migratory children from doing well in school and making the transition to post-secondary education or employment. Washington farms and farmers produce over 300 different commodities, many of which are reliant on our migrant workers. Ag production in Washington state topped $10.6 billion, food processing $20.1 billion, and Washington is the #1 producer of aquaculture in the country. A migrant person is a person who moves from place to place in pursuit of temporary work, typically a farm laborer who harvests crops seasonally, and this may also include their children. So the big question for school districts is, who is a migrant student? A migrant student is an individual who is between the ages of 3 and 21 years and has not yet received a high school diploma or equivalent and has moved to obtain work in the agricultural or fishing industry either by themselves or with their family, and that move has taken them across school district boundaries, and the move has been within the last 36 months. School districts and Moses Lake have the following 7 areas of opportunity in which the Migrant Education Program focuses its efforts: educational continuity, instructional time, English language development, educational support in the home, health, access to services, and school engagement. The first area of opportunity is educational continuity. When students move from school to school, district to district, and state to state, they encounter different expectations, different curriculums, and different requirements. These transitions and learning new systems take time, and our students frequently find themselves behind academically and credit deficient at the secondary level. The Migrant program actively works to meet these students where they are and help them to meet their academic goals. The Migrant program recognizes the detrimental effects of reduced learning time on students, such as lower academic achievement and knowledge gaps. Therefore, it actively collaborates with students and their families to implement strategies that mitigate these challenges and minimize the negative consequences. Through tailored support, academic resources, and seamless transitions, the program works diligently to ensure that students receive the necessary assistance to bridge any gaps in their education caused by frequent moves and transitions. By prioritizing continuity in learning, the Migrant program strives to empower students and promote educational equity, enabling them to succeed academically despite the obstacles they may face. In addition to migrant services, many of our migrant students also qualify for multilingual services. The Moses Lake School District currently has 22 certified teachers dedicated to providing 30 minutes of designated English language development to multilingual students each day. While our time specifically teaching English language development is limited, all teachers have access to professional development to best meet the needs of our multilingual learners and are working hard to employ strategies that give multilingual students access to the core curriculum regardless of their language proficiency levels. Migrant families hold education in exceedingly high regard and aspire to provide their children with a better life. However, they often face challenges in understanding how to effectively support their children in ways that align with school expectations. By addressing the specific needs and challenges faced by migrant families, the program plays a pivotal role in empowering parents and caregivers to provide the necessary support and advocacy for their children's education. Through these comprehensive efforts, the Migrant program strengthens the partnership between schools and families, ensuring that the educational aspirations of migrant families are realized and that their children receive the support they need to thrive academically. Migrant children and families often bear the burden of higher rates of chronic illness, encompassing a range of health concerns such as unmet dental and nutritional needs. In addition to these challenges, they face increased vulnerability to pesticide exposure, heat-related illnesses, and workplace injuries. The combined effect of these risks, coupled with limited access to healthcare services, creates ongoing and complex problems for migrant families, impacting their overall well-being and quality of life. The Migrant program is dedicated to facilitating the connection between migrant families and vital health resources and community services. Recognizing the unique health challenges faced by these families, the program strives to ensure that they have access to the necessary support and assistance they require. By establishing and nurturing partnerships with healthcare providers and community organizations, the program acts as a bridge linking migrant families with valuable health resources that can address their specific needs. In order to help our families find their footing in the Moses Lake School District, our migrant program provides the following services to migrant children and their families: supplemental academic programs to assist in the achievement of state academic standards, health programs through our district, Moses Lake Community Health, and the Grant County Health Department, family home visiting and academic counseling services, parental involvement through the Parent Advisory Council, which meets 3 times annually to gather input from parents about how our program can best assist their children, migrant student data and collection, student leadership opportunities, summer school programs such as Dare to Dream and access to local programs for credit retrieval, secondary credit accrual and exchange, grants for supplementary secondary services, dropout prevention and retrieval, and alternative education programs, and dissemination of information for services from the Migrant Education Department. The Moses Lake School District also provides QPR suicide prevention training in Spanish to migrant families, evening ESL classes for parents, migrant children vision screening and glasses, physicals for children, and a community health fair to access COVID vaccinations, COVID tests, and education on community resources through Grant County Health District and Moses Lake Community Health. School engagement is not only a vital aspect of education, but also a significant opportunity that each of us has the power to influence and shape. Extensive research consistently highlights the importance of fostering a strong sense of belonging and connection within the school community as a protective factor that significantly contributes to students' academic success. Whether you are a teacher, administrator, support staff, or even a fellow student, each role carries a responsibility in creating an inclusive and supportive environment. From the moment students step onto the school bus to the time they enter the classroom, have their lunch, engage in recess activities, and participate in classroom learning, every interaction and experience can have a profound impact on their overall school engagement. By recognizing and embracing our ability to influence these aspects, we can proactively contribute to a positive school climate. Teachers can create welcoming and inclusive classrooms that encourage active participation and collaboration, where students feel valued, safe, and supported in their learning journey. Administrators can implement policies and initiatives that promote a sense of belonging for all students, ensuring that everyone feels included and heard. Support staff play a crucial role in providing additional support and resources to students both academically and emotionally, which can enhance their overall engagement and well-being. And let's not forget the students themselves, who can actively participate in fostering a positive school community by being inclusive, respectful, and supportive of their peers. When each individual within the school community recognizes their role and takes ownership of creating a nurturing and engaging environment, the impact can be profound. Students are more likely to feel motivated, connected, and invested in their education, leading to improved academic performance, higher attendance rates, and overall school success. So, let's each of us remember that school engagement is not simply a matter of chance, but an area within each of our control. By harnessing our collective influence, we can create an environment where every student feels valued, supported, and empowered to thrive academically. Despite facing numerous barriers, the video showcased below beautifully captures the unwavering hope and resilience exhibited by our migrant students.
I started working at 12. I started to work in the shed with my parents, and then as I grew older, I started to work in the field. My name is Raquel Perez, and I am a migrant farm worker. My schedule here is 7 days a week. I work every day. I wake up around 6, I go to work at 7, and depending what has to be done, the job finishes whenever we have our orders complete, maybe at 7, 8 p.m., 7 p.m., 9 p.m., whatever time, and then we start all over again the next day at 7. He's never had a sick day. He's never missed a day. He knows if he's gonna go to work at 6, he wakes up at 5 to shave, to make breakfast, to get his shoes ready, to get everything ready. And he's always been very strict when it comes to his work ethic.
Como 27 años por ahí.
Por ahí más o menos.
Y no ha faltado un día.
No, no falta ni un día.
We've come a long way because like before our house, we had this trailer. We literally just had like a little trailer that didn't even have a room. It was just, we were 6. So it was like my kitchen. No, my kitchen's big to the little trailer we had. And it was so small, and then we just look back at everything and it's like they've given us so much. And then I have more pictures of me when I was smaller. These are all in Michigan. Taken in Michigan because my mom had me in December and we lived in April, so it was still kind of small.
A lot of our students, they're faced with the conflict of wanting to be loyal to their parents, but then loyal to themselves, to their own dreams. I could just imagine, the conflict that she went through.
And when was the first time you ever thought, I'm not going to be a migrant farmer when I grow up?
Yeah. That was, I have it right here. It's just, I remember when I started to work in the field, I didn't know anything about it, so my parents would teach me, and that's when I saw my parents working, that I thought, you know what, I know I can do better than this. I know I can do more, and there's more out there that I can do. And that's when I started to really focus on trying to go to a university and trying to graduate high school. Graduating high school was hard too. But yeah, I think that's what really hit me. Like, it was a reality check when I was working outside, because I really understood what it was to work.
And then this one, you open it up, you put it in the water, and it floats, Johnny. You need to try it. She can do it too.
What do you think they'll think when you do become a teacher and you have your first class?
We've talked about that, because my dad he's a really handy man, and he tells me, he tells me, you know what, I know you like little shelves around your room, so we're gonna put little shelves and just help me. But they're really, really excited, because I know that as soon as I graduate, it's gonna be really significant for them and just all my family, because when I graduate, I just don't see my name on the diploma. I know it's theirs too, because they've supported me and given me everything I need.
¿Por qué creen que Raquel va a ser una maestra buena?
Porque es buena gente, porque ella es paciente con los niños, no cualquiera, porque a veces los niños están, y ella sí, yo veo que ella llegan y juega con ellos. Le digo, Raquelita, no juegues porque estaremos bien cansadas, y no, ella va y juega con ellos. Yo por eso pienso que va a ser una buena maestra.
¿Cómo se sentirían ustedes si sus papás les dicen, recojan todo porque ya nos vamos? Van a dejar sus amigos, su familia y vamos a irnos a otro lugar. ¿Cómo se sentirían ustedes?
Triste.
Triste, ¿verdad? Y a lo mejor
She shows a lot of empathy towards the students. That's self-awareness and self-emotional intelligence that she has. She's very aware of where the kids are at. She notices when they're feeling sad and or happy, so she has a very good rapport with them. That says a lot about her character.
I think she's going to be fantastic with the students, and she's going to be a great encourager and just give them a lot of hope.
She has all these ideas. She tells me that she doesn't want to be complacent. She wants to continue reinventing herself. We were having a conversation about how she says that she doesn't want to be the type of teacher that pulls things from the filing cabinet year after year, that she wants to try new things, to innovate, to do well by her students.
I'm getting there in May. I'm going to be the first one to graduate from a 4-year college, so it's something that it's really meaningful for them. For me personally, it means that I'm doing the right thing. Like I'm everything that I've done, it's worth it. So it really validates all the hard work.
We do not have time to watch the following video, Every Row a Path, because it is about 30 minutes, but all school district employees have access if you are interested in learning about the migratory lifestyle and the story of a few girls in the Skagit Valley. You can access this video through the email that I sent at the beginning of August entitled Every Row a Path. Finally, we have reached the end of our Safe Schools training. After the last slide, there will be a short knowledge check, and we would ask that you confer with a colleague in a similar job description about how your new learning will impact your interactions with migrant students in your job assignment. If you need to contact the Migrant program for any reason, please feel free to contact Karen Schatzko or Nayeli Escobedo, and one of us will be happy to help you. Thank you and have a wonderful school year.